You know, today I want to discuss a few things. The election is Tuesday. Can you believe it? The time's already here. We have 2 weeks of early vote, well, nearly 2 weeks of early voting, and then election day. That's how close we are. It looks like Doc Chambers has a very good chance based on some things I've seen this morning. And this Huffines, Don Huffines, or whatever his name is, that's wanting to run for controller. I'm seeing some rumors that he bought Epstein Ranch out in New Mexico. Man, how nice it must be to be able to afford to buy a ranch. I want to show you something. I grew up on a ranch, many thousands of acres, and I wish I had a few acres. And so there's this piece of land I've been looking for. It's almost 30 acres for about $500,000. I can't afford to buy that ranch. And even though if I could go back to work, I could afford to buy that ranch because I would be making in the top 10% of wages in America based on my 40 years experience as a computer programmer. But it's neither here nor there. I can't do it. And as you can see, that place there would be perfect for me. The place my dogs would run, place for me to shoot a deer every now and then, workshop to work out of. I mean, it's got everything an old guy like me could want. It's only $500,000. But I can't afford $500,000. Yet we hear that this Don Huffines apparently is super ultra wealthy and he's wanting to work for free like Trump. Well, I'd say the same thing to him I would Trump. If you're willing to work for free, what are you hoping to gain from it? Because I don't trust anybody that says they don't need the money. If you don't need the money, why the hell are you doing it? Now, there's a guy out there, published this a few minutes ago. I don't know who he is. I have no idea who he is. He's got a nice little tweet here about Save the Party from the PAC, about these political action committees and all that. And he's got a deal up here. Apparently him and his wife are doing something to restore transparency, restore the party. Now, I haven't dug into that because I'm not a politician. I could care less about Republicans or Democrats. I'm running as a Republican because it's the only way I stand a chance of winning here in Texas. The only thing I care about is jobs for Americans, jobs for Texans, good paying jobs that allows them to buy that 30 acres I'm looking at. You can't buy that working in a convenience store. You can't buy that working at a grocery store. You might be able to buy it if you're working as a mechanic and you own your own shop. Same as an electrician. But I'm hearing a lot of them guys say they're struggling these days. As we import more workers from India who refuse to do business with Americans in America, that means our American businesses are suffering because now all the Indians got all the money and they're not spending it with Americans. Whereas if I had all the money, by God, instead of me having to crawl into that nasty, greasy thing, I'm going to hire you. That's the way life works. It's the only way life works. So what are we going to do about all this? How are we going to do it? The whole purpose of this video today, I'm sitting here in a scruffy t-shirt. I ain't shaved in a couple of days. Still miss my teeth because I can't afford to get the damn things fixed. My message to you is I'm one of you. I'm living the same nightmare you are. I might be worse off than you are. Some of you might be better off than I am. I understand that. But you're in the arena. You're trying. You're working. You're providing for your family. What are all these politicians? You look at Cornyn and Paxton and Hunt and all them. They got millions at their disposal. Somebody has made that money available to them. What have they made that money available to them for, and at what price? Is it because, like Paxton, he's been going overseas and finding ways to import workers or teach their people how to import workers into Texas to take your jobs? I mean, he talks a good game here in Texas about how he's standing up for the American workers. But at the same time, if you look behind the scenes, you find out he's working with the other countries to find ways to sell out the American workers. What kind of bullshit is that? Of Cornyn is just as bad or worse, so I'm not going to get into him. Hunt? He's kind of like that red-headed stepchild. Not doing any good, not doing any bad. Stop and look at every mirror he can find. He's not going to stand up for you. The only one I know that's going to stand up for you is Virgil the Jobs guy. That's me, the ugly one. The guy with no teeth. I guarantee you, if I get in Washington, D.C., we're going to start demanding answers to questions about jobs going overseas. We're going to start naming and shaming the employers that sent the jobs overseas and imported the workers to take the remaining jobs. Every minute of 6 years is going to be used to expose this crap on national TV. Something I don't have the ability to do right now. But you rest assured that if Texans step up to the plate and say they want me to represent them in Washington, D.C., we're going to have these conversations. Will Paxton or Cornyn or Hunt or Talrico or Crockett tell you that? Hell no, they don't even give a shit about anybody other than themselves. Texans, you've got an opportunity here. Don't squander it. If you tell me you don't want me, that's fine. I'll back on out. But don't bitch for the next 6 years about getting somebody that sold you out, because that's exactly what you're going to get. Anyway, for those that know somebody that's having a hard time finding a good paying job, tell them about me. Vote for Virgil Beersel. I done seen the ballot this weekend. It's Virgil John Beersel, my middle name. Run for Texas Senate as a Republican. They call me the jobs guy. My website is vbsenate.com. Email is vbeers@gmail.com. Text number is 325-215-1886. You can contact me in any of these ways, and I'll answer. Don't call me, though, because I won't answer the damn phone. I get too many crank calls. It's up to you, Texan. Speak up for an hour or forever hold your peace. Isn't that how the old saying goes? It's time for us to draw a line in the Alamo, in the sands of the Alamo, and say, hey, no more. No more of these politicians that are importing people like the Muslims and the Nigerians and the Somalians and the Indians to change our culture of Texas. Enough. Send them back home where they belong. They have their own countries. And that doesn't mean I'm against immigration. I believe we need immigration. Immigrants who come over here. Have you ever watched diners, drive-ins, and dives? The people on there, they have employees that are Americans. Most of them are not Americans. They come from other countries. But they have employees that work for them who are Americans. They have customers that do business with them who are Americans. They have their own kids that go to school with Americans in their communities. We need people like that. But these ones that come from Nigeria and Somalia and India who refuse to hire Americans, who will not work alongside Americans, they don't belong here. No. They belong back home. Let's make it easy for them to get back there. If you believe that, I could use your vote, folks. Thank you.